Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome back to the installment of Scott Selections here for Wednesday, February 10th. We're getting today's play of the day. Quick recap of what happened yesterday. We ended up picking up a loss with NC State -1.5, which is available on DraftKings -107. Line climbed to -2. NC State was down 1 at the half, and then the wheels kind of fell off in the second half there. As Syracuse woke up on the road as it had been brutal on the highway all season long. But unfortunately, NC State just struggled even more, and we were unable to get the job done. We'll be looking for a bounce-back winner here on Wednesday. And the play of the day is going to be on the NBA. There's going to be on a matchup between two Eastern Conference teams that have been struggling a little bit lately. And the play of the day is going to be on a matchup between the Pacers and the Nets, taking place at 8 p.m. Eastern Time. And the play is going to be on the Pacers +1.5, which is available on DraftKings at -110. The time of recording of 12:25 p.m. Eastern Time. Covering why I like the Pacers in this spot. First of all, Indiana's been a much better defensive team so far this season. Brooklyn, ever since it got James Harden, is on pace to be the worst defense in the history of the sport. But Indiana ranks tied for 15th in the league in defense efficiency, whereas Brooklyn ranks tied for 25th. And with Durant out, the defense has gotten arguably worse. If you look at the numbers of Brooklyn's last couple of games without Durant, you had the Toronto game where Durant was only there for about half the time because of COVID. He had 123 there. Against Philly after that, gave up 124. Against Detroit yesterday, gave up 122. So this team defensively has been lost. And Indiana, even though this team has been struggling a little bit lately, I do think that part of that is because of the quality opposition that has gone up against. You look at some of these teams here, lost to Philly by 9, lost to Milwaukee by 20, got killed by Milwaukee. Milwaukee's been great lately. Lost to New Orleans by 1. New Orleans has actually gone on a decent winning streak over the last couple of games, and it lost to Utah by 8 in a game that was neck and neck for about 3.5 quarters. So Indiana has actually looked, I'd say, still pretty decent, even though the results have not gone their way lately. But if you look at the defensive just disparity between these two teams, Brooklyn, I don't know how you really back this team, especially without Durant, because this team can't stop anybody, and that is going to be concerning. Looking at some other factors, though, Indiana also is great at ball security, as Indiana ranks tied for 8th in the league in turnover ratio, whereas Brooklyn ranks tied for 25th. With or without KD, when you have Harden and Kyrie on the same team, you're going to see a lot of, I'd say, questionable decisions. And the turnovers have been a huge issue for Brooklyn offensively, which has been a big reason for this losing streak because they turn the ball over in bunches. And when you're playing at a very high pace, especially for what Brooklyn likes to do, as it is one of the fastest teams in the league, just based on pace. If you turn the ball over, you're going to give up a ton of easy looks the other way, a ton of layups, and a ton of missed opportunities. And based on what you've seen lately from Brooklyn, I don't think that's going to be solved in this matchup on Wednesday. I think Brooklyn should turn the ball over probably around 18 to 20-something times is what they've been doing over the last couple of weeks. And Indiana should be able to do a pretty good job of handling the basketball, maximizing their possessions, and getting a lot of decent looks against this Brooklyn underwhelming defense. But other than that, though, looking at some trends support that theory, though, for the Pacers. Indiana's actually been really good in Brooklyn over the last couple of years. Indiana is 16-5. ATS in the last 21 meetings in Brooklyn, and Indiana is also 10-3 against the spread in the last 13 meetings. So Indiana's had Brooklyn's number over the last couple of years, and I think that Indiana should take advantage of this pretty tired Brooklyn team. You look at the rest differential in this game, it's pretty huge. Brooklyn, of course, played yesterday in an up-tempo game against Detroit, lost by 11, now has to travel back to Brooklyn with no time of rest in between. Meanwhile, Indiana did not even play yesterday and did not even play on Monday. Its last game was on Sunday, so the extra day could allow for an extra travel day. And I do think Indiana should be well rested for this matchup. And I do think that the likes of Sabonis and Turner should feast on the inside, as the Nets have also had some pretty bad issues rebounding the basketball over the last couple of games. But either way, I think Indiana probably wins the game outright, but Brooklyn's games have been very close down to the wire for most of the season, not as much lately. But either way, I think this game should be close, but I think Indiana will do enough in order to win the game. But either way, to play it safe, the play of the day is going to be on the Pacers, +1.5, which is available on DraftKings -110. That's been Thomas Scott Selections. Good luck to all of you and your respective bets today. Bye, everyone.